also, I'm guessing a lot of the people watching today are female. And I think, one thing, if I had a regret, is a couple of times I haven't listened to my intuition, my gut instinct. And I think it's a force to be reckoned with. Woman, it's a very strong part of our being, and I think we should listen to it more. And I had a couple of occasions throughout the journey that perhaps someone had said, they sowed a seed of doubt in my mind. And whilst they were very astute business people, in the broader sense, did they have a true understanding of my business?
And, somebody said to me a little while ago, be brave, be brave. And I thought, that's just another challenge in the growth of being a founder and a managing director. There are decisions, I'm going to make that might not make me popular with everyone. And there are also things that I won't necessarily get right, because they're the first time decisions that I'm making, and I'm new to all of this as well.
Yeah.
Learn by doing. You become a lot wiser through some of those challenges and decisions and mistakes that you make along the way, and you learn from them.
But I think a lot of people, and certainly people that I've spoken to, there are days I suffer from imposter syndrome. But, I like to look at it that that's not such a bad thing. I think it keeps you on your toes and you don't take things for granted.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that we all feel that kind of imposter syndrome at different times, and particularly if you're doing something new.
But I do recall one day speaking with this amazing female senior partner at a law firm who I greatly admired. And I was shocked to learn when she told me that she had done her law degree at the age of 48 when her children had left home. And I was just like, oh my goodness, it's never too late to change. And very soon after that, in fact, within 2 or 3 months, I had applied to do a marketing degree, and I started doing that, and very fortunately won a scholarship at the end of that first year for some work that I'd done. So I was able to study full time. And so it turned out that I loved study as an adult, not so much when I was a teenager. I actually bumped into that lady about a year ago at the airport. I was on my way to a meeting with the council in Auckland. And I told her the story because it was her. And she was absolutely flabbergasted that she had had an impact on someone's life. And so always be mindful of what you're doing and what you say to people, because you might be.
How cool that you got to tell her that.
I was delighted. I hadn't seen her, and she's now a 70-something-year-old woman, and she was well chuffed. So I was grateful to have the opportunity to thank her personally.
And then I think one of the biggest challenges recently has been losing my identity, and that's been really challenging in terms of the language and the offering and the brand that I've built over the last 6 years as JLR, our new brand for in-sources and development at the moment. So that goes live in October. But right now I have nothing to point clients to. I have no logo, no website, no business card. And I think, you don't realise just how much of yourself is connected to a brand until you don't have one.
I'm a real fan of looking for those silver linings. And I think, for us, we did get some silver linings out of COVID. Some of the things, like everyone, we had to take a really extreme lateral view of our business and think about, what could we do better? What do we need to do differently? And also, what are we needing to provide our customers and our end users to meet their needs in this new environment? Because we've got to remember, COVID didn't just happen to us.
Yes, that's a good point.
Absolutely. I mean, COVID has really slowed us down. There's just no question about that, Julie. I mean, we work in a recruitment market, so we've been absolutely affected by that. And I think, our target audience has been really challenging us just to demonstrate the value that we can bring them in this tougher environment and climate. But I think, like you, Tracy, the silver lining for us was found time. I call it found time. And the last 6 months has really provided us with found time to really slow down a bit and really undertake that extensive research that I was speaking about before, really talking with our clients on both sides of the Tasman to fine-tune our offering and to keep it really relevant.
absolutely. Year one, probably 2/3 of my days, I was going, oh my God, this is just, is this worth it? It's so hard. Versus a third where I'm going, oh my God, this is amazing. We've got a fantastic product and we're going to meet our vision, and it's, you know, and it was all happy days. But I got some really good advice very early on. And it was about popping on a metaphorical backpack. And it's something that I use every day. And I've used it for the last couple of years. And every issue or challenge or opportunity are in the shape of a rock, different sizes depending on their value. And you pop them in your backpack. And you've got to carry that backpack around all day, every day. And so whilst it's good because it gives you a holistic view of all your opportunities and your challenges and what life looks like in your business, you sure as heck want to get the heavy rock out first. And so it really gives you a tool to focus and critique what are the important things for your business and for you right now. And I still, to this day, I've been doing this for a couple of years, every Sunday, the last Sunday of every month, I take my laptop and I go into a quiet room. The family leaves me alone. And I have these folders. I call them my Big Rock folders. They're files on my laptop. And I have one for every aspect of my business. So IP, hardware, database, app, marketing, the whole lot. And I go through my big rocks for that part of my business every month. And I check them off every week. And I do not get to the end of the month without putting a line through every single thing. And it's a really valuable tool just to keep me focused, and it's kind of like gives you a timeline, and it's part of your planning process.
And I wished I'd had that backpack and those rocks. I had plenty of rocks last year, and to unload off the backpack. But I also think, you know, there have been times in the last 5 years where it's really hard sometimes to see the wood for the trees, because you are working every hour and you are tired, and you know your mind might be sharp as a tack, but your body's telling you it's tired. And when you are getting maybe 4, 5, 6 hours sleep a night, and they might be good hours sleep, but you're not running on adrenaline, I think. And having a tool like that to keep the perspective and to unload those rocks would, well, something I'm going to take from today and take it on in my journey.
Sorry, just adding on to that, Jen, you know, it sounds so simple. You know, the days that you were saying, Julie, where you've been dropped off a cliff and you just, oh my God, a good night's sleep. Goodness, things into context. But, you know, when you're doing 20-hour days and you are, functioning on 4 hours sleep, you're not thinking straight. And sometimes it's really painful to do because you're going, oh my God, I've got so much to do. Sometimes you just have to shut the office door, step away, and just give it a night and come with fresh eyes the next day. And, you know, I found that really, really, really challenging in the early days. And then, you know, one of my business colleagues actually rang my husband and said, we want you to go and lock Tracy's office at 8 o'clock. Open it at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I felt like he'd cut my arm off. But actually, it was the best thing he could have done, because it gave me a chance to
recharge.
Recharge, reflect, actually, you know, think straight the next day. And then I tackled that problem so much better.
Yeah.